U.S. President Donald Trump announced on Thursday, November 27, 2025, that his administration will permanently pause migration from all so-called third world countries. The announcement was made through posts on his social media platform, Truth Social, and outlined several sweeping changes to U.S. immigration policy. In his posts, President Trump emphasized that the United States needs to allow its immigration and social systems to fully recover. He said the pause will include ending federal benefits and subsidies for non-citizens, denaturalizing migrants who undermine domestic stability, and deporting any foreign nationals who are deemed a public charge, a security risk, or incompatible with Western civilization. Trump also criticized what he called previous administration policies, describing them as contributing to social dysfunction, and vowed to reverse what he described as unauthorized or problematic migrant admissions. The announcement comes shortly after the tragic death of a National Guard member near the White House, highlighting ongoing concerns about security and immigration. While Trump framed the policy as necessary for national recovery and public safety, the proposed measures are likely to spark debate about humanitarian considerations, legality, and the broader impact on the U.S. economy and society. President Trump concluded his posts with a message to American citizens, emphasizing his goal of protecting the country from what he describes as disruptive or harmful elements. The full impact of this permanent migration pause remains to be seen as the administration prepares to implement these policies. Stay tuned for further updates on this developing story and its implications for U.S. immigration policy.
My great fellow Americans, earlier today, on the eve of the Thanksgiving holiday, 2 members of the National Guard serving in Washington, D.C., were shot at point-blank range in a monstrous ambush-style attack just steps away from the White House. This heinous assault was an act of evil, an act of hatred, and an act of terror. It was a crime against our entire nation. It was a crime against humanity. As President of the United States, I am determined to ensure that the animal who perpetrated this atrocity pays the steepest possible price. I can report tonight that, based on the best available information, the Department of Homeland Security is confident that the suspect in custody is a foreigner who entered our country from Afghanistan, a hellhole on earth. He was flown in by the Biden administration in September 2021 on those infamous flights that everybody was talking about. Nobody knew who was coming in. Nobody knew anything about it. His status was extended under legislation signed by President Biden, a disastrous president, the worst in the history of our country. This attack underscores the single greatest national security threat facing our nation. The last administration let in 20 million unknown and unvetted foreigners from all over the world, from places that you don't want to even know about. No country can tolerate such a risk to our very survival. We must now re-examine every single alien who has entered our country from Afghanistan under Biden, and we must take all necessary measures to ensure the removal of any alien from any country who does not belong here or add benefit to our country. If they can't love our country, we don't want them. America will never bend and never yield in the face of terror. That is why tonight I can announce that I have directed the Department of War to mobilize an additional 500 troops to help protect our capital city. We will make America totally safe again, and we will bring the perpetrator of this barbaric attack to swift and certain justice if the bullets going in the opposite direction haven't already done that. I want to express my extraordinary gratitude to every member of the United States military who is deployed tonight at home and abroad. I also want to thank the Secret Service and the D.C. Metropolitan Police Department for their work today. This Thanksgiving, I ask every family to say a prayer for the 2 great heroes who were so horribly shot, and for their loved ones. Please say a prayer. May God bless them and comfort them, and may God bless and protect the United States of America. Thank you and good night.